All right there, folks, and welcome back to Are We There Yet? Yes, we're still with Clyde. Yes, we're still... Are we there yetting? We're still yetting. Apologies for the delays between the... Well, actually, no. The last episode that will go out was actually recorded some time ago. The gap, physically, for me, has been between the episode that has most recently come out and then this one. Purely because of work reasons and life reasons. Nothing else. Nothing's actually gone on. There's just a lot of stuff at work happening, and it's still going on, in fairness, so it still requires a lot of my attention, so apologies if the loose schedule that I like to try and run, which is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, obviously no days other than for a while, so yeah, apologies for that, but we're still here. Where's the money gone? I don't know. We're spending £8,000 a week on wages. That's probably part of it, given that we bring not a lot in. You can see, I know it's the 12th of December. Income this month is £784. I think most people, the average earner, earns more than that in half a month. I'm pretty sure the average salary in the UK is higher than earning £700 in the first half of a month. Correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, I mean most of that's coming from grants as well. Gate receipt's £50. 50. I mean, I don't think we played a game. And I've actually overshot the games, so apologies there. But let's just catch up on the league position as we see it. 37 points. We're top of the table, top of the tree. Yeah, fantastic scenes. 22 plus goal difference. You've got to say, the front three, they definitely works, and we've won every game. Now, obviously we were supposed to come back for Canby, but I was having so much fun at the time. Yes, a while ago, but I was having so much fun at the time, I just cracked on. So I think we were last here for the 4-4 game. We always beat 4-4 and we continued that. Then we beat Livingston 7 goals to 1. Russ Dingwall, John Smith and Mark McBride. So the three front men getting in on the action, getting in a piece of the fun, and putting the game well beyond Livingston in that quarter-final. So we have got a semi-final there. We're getting Inverness. That's not played till just before Christmas, so a while to go yet. Excuse me, just before Christmas. Because in Scotland, apparently, Christmas is in February. That's what happens when you can't read, people. Can't read numbers. That was there. I thought it was the 2nd or 21st of December. Deception. No, that's just before Christmas Day in February, so we'll look forward to that. It's sort of like Christmas too. But we followed that up with a 4-1 comprehensive victory over East Fife, although it didn't get going until the second half. And admittedly, it was 2-1 by the looks of it. I mean, I'm learning about these games as much as you are at this point, because, as I say, a few weeks ago that I actually loaded up this save. And again, we followed that with a Cowdenbeath, the first of a double encounter with Cowdenbeath. Again, it was second half. Colin Hamilton and Graham Murray with the goals, taking the Scottish Third Cup tie. But then we played them again, and we managed to beat them a bit more convincingly, perhaps. 5 goals to 2. We actually did score a couple in the first half. Robbie Fleck, John Smith and James Loveridge grabbing the goals. Occasionally we've been using Loveridge up front. Obviously we're playing 3 strikers. It's a lot. So if one's unavailable or one's not playing well, you've got to have an alternative. And in this case, it was James Loveridge. So it's Montrose, not Cowdenbeath, but Montrose are fine opponents. It's 8th place. I wanted to show you Joe Johnson, apparently. That wasn't a misclick. Joe Johnson. He's currently available, and he'd like to be considered as a potential signing. Well, I'm sure you would, Joe, but, I mean, we let you go, mate, you know. It's unlikely we're going to take you back. I mean, no, mate, you're all right. You crack on. You forge ahead with your career via other means. So it's going to be Montrose today. You can see there's quite a few fixtures, so the league table won't look any different as far as we're concerned, because we should still have a healthy lead regardless of what occurs today. But hopefully we can get to the 40-point mark after 17 games, and with the 22 plus goal difference, if we continue to score, our little success story, our little standards that we're setting, they're going to be achieved, no doubt, in my opinion. And that leaves us with the option of, obviously, we don't, if we decide to leave anyway, because let's face it, a journeyman with one club is not really a journeyman. This is becomes more of a rise to glory, which in Scotland is playing it fast and loose with the term glory. But yeah, I'll see you pitch side in just a minute. You can see we've got a change to make. Reece McKenzie is injured, so hopefully that's not too bad. 4 to 8 days. See, I'm learning this. This is like watching for me. So yeah, I'll see you pitch side in just a second. So there are our teams then. Mark McBride is out injured, so that's why James Loveridge has started up front. Yeah, we're a little bit short, really, aren't we, when it comes to strikers? But otherwise, it's a settled team. Blair Curry, Dylan McKendry, Hamilton, Morgan Neal. Linton comes in at left back for Mackenzie, who is out injured. Rooney at right wing back. Miller, Fleck, Loveridge, Smith and Dingwall bench. Otherwise, disposed. So, fingers crossed we get the win we want today. We should be winning this with no problem, but you never know, do you? You just never know. There could be a bit of a banana skin. Obviously, we can get too complacent. We've won a lot of games recently, apparently. So, hopefully we continue that. So that's number 7, Morgan Neal. I'm not one that religiously does squad numbers, but I do like them to be a little bit normal. And we've got one in there. It was an own goal. Scott Rumsby even. I mean, it was a strike from distance. Didn't really go very far. Was definitely going wide. Let's see it here. It's Miller who strikes it on the volley. It's going well. And yeah, well, I mean, cheers, Rumsby. Just side-footed beyond the goalkeeper. No problem. He was never getting down to that one, was he? Probably didn't expect it, if anything. But Rumsby showing why we might need to pick him up. He's got poacher's instinct. That was what that was. First touch was sublime. And here come Montrose now. Can we get back on the ball? We do. Smith gives it to Dingwall, who releases Loveridge down this left side. Can he cross? He can. Smith's there, but he goes over the crossbar. Decent move, that. And that's the advantage of having Loveridge. Because the wide striker, or the outside 2 strikers rather than the central man, spend so much time on the width, out on the flank, that it can work with a it's headed in by Hamilton, as I'm waxing lyrical about wingers playing as strikers. Another corner this time. Rooney swings it in. Rooney swings it in. And into the bottom corner, well, top corner, I suppose. That's Hamilton with the goal. Well, half an hour gone, 2-0. 2-0 to the good. As I say that, though, have I cursed it? Is Montrose coming down this left side after a throw in. Dixon, they moved it around. Nice little triangle there. Burt gives it to Wallace. And hopefully we can manage to force them back, but not if they continue to play a triangle. What is this? Jose Mourinho. That's a decent ball out, though. Loveridge, you see what I mean? This doesn't really require a lot of skill to play. And we should have probably scored there. Russell Dingwall with the miss. We just have to hoof it into a good area, and generally we're the team that, we got the players on the front foot there waiting to release. And Linton, with his first of the season, I believe that is, he grabs the goal, 14-ish minutes, well, 30, let's be honest, you can see it as well as I can, 39 minutes on the clock. Fell to him, decent work by Fleck. He's turned into quite a player, I think. I think he's got good potential. Brings it down here, races through. I mean, just strolled really, and there's Linton. He has so much of the goal to aim at. He's not going to miss that one. And that will be it for the first half. 3-0 Clyde lead. Very satisfying. Very satisfying indeed. We've only had 4 shots on target, so it's not like we're blasting the ball and we're working the keeper plenty, but we are really taking the chances when they come and fall our way. Just 1 shot on target miss, although, I mean, in fairness, they did score an own goal for us, so that's just, that's gone well, hasn't it? That's green. That's a field of green. Second half gets under the way, then I'd happily take the same at this moment. We're getting 12 points clear, so, happy days. League table's a bit long, isn't it there? I've got that stretched too far based on another save that's going on at the moment. Top of the table with Ajax. Nothing to do with the For Johan series, unfortunately, but mighty Ajax. Ball over the top now. John Smith, can he get it? Oh, I mean, was that a shot or was that heady back? It looked a bit forceful, didn't it? I thought it was going to fly into the net. Another own goal. And Morgan Neal deals with that one, but it comes down to Scott. I don't think Montrose have been that bad on the ball, and they're certainly not out of this game, especially if they score now. 50 minutes on the timer, and they skip past Linton, second choice left back, and it's headed over Curry, and it's into the back of the net. Irritating to say the least. You can see there Thompson, he takes it out wide, and this is probably where we're weakest. Linton, obviously, as I say, standing left back today. He has scored, so he won't. He doesn't really put a challenge in. He sort of runs and tries to muscle his way through, and that's just headed, almost a lob, chipped header over Blair Curry in the net, and Sam Jameson with the goal opens the tie back up. We need to be on our guard Montrose have not been bad, certainly. Linton over the crossbar. Obviously we've been the better team, but we've not been blistering in our attacks. And you can see Dingwall's not having the greatest day. 6.3. We've got a strike on the bench in Fitzpatrick. He's because it's been a while. It's a bit of a surprise to me. I think we signed him just because we didn't really have anyone coming through. Obviously we've promoted McBride to the team. It does make me sad to think that how good Sandy McCluskey might have been in this system. Obviously Graham Murray as well can play up there again. It's a winger playing in a striking position. I think we'll leave Dingwall out there though, but what we will do is mix up the midfield. We'll bring Brown on for Miller, just because. And what else should we do? I think that's what we shall do. I think we'll call it there. Brown comes in and there's 20 minutes to go. Fleck puts it in. Morgan Neal makes the game safe. That might be his first goal for the club. It is indeed his first Clyde goal. So we scored actually 3 from set pieces, although not directly. Well, actually the second one wasn't it? So we scored 2 set piece goals today, which is always good. You have to take it. That net's crazy. Physics. Brilliant. So yeah, 4 goals to 1. And can we make it even more exciting? We can. And it's another goal. It's another centre-half scoring. So all 3 centre-halves have scored today. Dylan McKendry getting in the act. He's seen what the other lads have done. And he's just thought, you know what? I can do it just as well. I've been here longer than both of you. So I'm just going to head this in. And he does oblige. And that puts I think if you're on the end of this, you think, well, yeah, we're the second best team here today. But are we that second best? I think we'll bring Burns on for Linton. He's got a card and we don't want to go down to 10 men again. And I think now we can afford to take Dingwall off and punish him for having a bit of a lax game. And we'll get Fitzpatrick on. Hopefully he can do something on that right side. McLeod will take this throw, and Jameson, the goal scorer for Montrose. Nothing doing here, hopefully, but Burt, he's got a lot of space, and that's a good ball into that channel. That's where we're suspect. And we managed to head away there. What can Fleck do here? That's a good ball. Smith, control was bad. Don't know if it was a difficult ball to control. Obviously, harder to tell in the 2 dimensions. And this is probably going in. It is going in indeed. A header at the near post from Gunn. Thompson even, I was going to say Jameson again. But it was that poor control from Smith that cost us there. But it's a nice diagonal little infield pass there. And Thompson skips away down this side. Crosses to this near post, and it's always going to be difficult to stop that, really, unless you've got 3 defenders centre half, which we do. But it's 5-2, 10 minutes or so to go. We shouldn't really see any more dangers. As prolific as we've been, they've been equally prolific from their shots on target, you'd have to say. So both teams really taking full advantage of their actual key chances, and they might get even closer. No, they won't. Blair Curry sort of fumbles that one wide. Nothing doing from the corners. Minutes ago, maybe there's another goal in the game. The long ball, Loveridge's pass was not the best. Hamilton, under pressure, goes back to Blair Curry. He's got players out left, and this is how you can work the percentages now, because they've got men out on the right. They've centralised now, of course. But you see there, just run at the ball. That's effectively the game plan. Just run at the ball and wait for the deflection. It might drop your way. You see, they're trying to spread us wide, and they are getting some joy out of it. There's no doubt. 30 seconds to go. I think we've probably seen everything that's going to happen today. There's Neil, number 7, of course. Rooney, that's a decent ball, was it? No, it wasn't. It's just picked off by Allen at centre half, and Palmer will bring this into the D. 10 seconds, unlikely we're going to see anything else. I thought there might be another goal. I haven't wasted your time. Cygames, Sports Interactive, they've probably wasted the time here. So that's a good win. I think we can be pleased with that, given it was supposed to be Canby. It's turned into Montrose by accident because I was having so much brilliant fun. You see, next on the agenda is the Peterhead away game. That's tough because they're in 3rd place, but it would be nice to stretch that lead in the top few places even further. You see the top now is 10 points, so we got to 40, but so did Airdrie, so that 12-point gap never materialised. But more importantly, we're 18 points clear of Forfar in 5th. That's hard to say. So all being well, we should be going out of this division one way or another. Next game, well, shall we? I mean, you think, should we do the first game in January? But that's only 2 games away. That's my fault, of course, because we missed the Canby, although it would only be 3 games away, wouldn't it? So, difficult. I think we'll skip a month, because a bit boring, isn't it? That, to be honest, I think Stranraer will beat. I think Arbroath will beat because they're home games. Airdrie's an interesting encounter, but I think we'll push on. We'll say February. East Fife. We'll do East Fife home game against East Fife. We're at the Broadwood, and we'll keep pushing up for top of the place in the League One, and hopefully be making the Championship before too long. Excellent. Oh, do pop a like on the video for me. Again, apologies for the delays in between each episode very recently. I'll say very recently. It's been a good while. If you remember what happened in the last episode, which would have been episode number 27, I think, all told. First or second episode of the season, anyway. Then well done to you, because you remember more than I. But yeah, thank you very much for sticking with. Do pop a like on the video for the result. 5-2 doesn't happen too often. I'm sure it'll happen again before the end of the season, given our leaky defence and our great... I was going to say our great stat, but it was actually our leaky defence that won the game for us there with 3 goals. So, happy days. But yeah, do subscribe as well, and any comments at all, please do pop them in there for me, and I'll be sure to reply. I'll be seeing you on that very next video. Goodbye.